The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
What's today? Tuesday. Chris threw me off. Tuesday. You're looking live at Tostitos. The camera.
Let's go!
The camera angle changed a little bit. They must have bumped it or something. Yeah. You're looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza here at the Star, Frisco, Texas, where it's 65 degrees outside. When is winter going to start, man? The high today is 70.
Doesn't need to start.
That's great.
The low tonight it could hang on like this just forever.
It was a little
totally
chilly
okay
yesterday.
It was.
In the morning.
Low tonight is 54 degrees. Kurt's back in the saddle.
Yep.
Jesse's back on the right side of the table. Did you get your hair done?
I did.
Looks nice.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for noticing.
Nate has a cough.
No, I'm good. I'm
and
good,
a
man. I'm
Dallas
good, man.
Cowboys.
You got that Amari going on over there, my brother.
Cowboys.
You got to miss the next game, my guy.
Navy shirt on. How you doing today, Nate?
Hey, man, I'm doing great, man. And you hurry up because Jesse got a theory. He's been trying to burn everybody's ears
Before
on.
we get to the theory,
Yeah.
I got gifts for the whole crew. We have a note. It says, "I watch Hanging with the Boys, and you guys are great and have the #1 show. Enclosed are my Let's Eat aprons for each of you. Enjoy and thanks for always putting on a great show. Have a great holiday. Go Cowboys!" From Gordon from New England, 25 seconds or less. There you go. So
Gordon Woodbury.
he sent us these aprons. I don't know. Chris, I'll do it in front of this one.
Hold it out like that.
Here, I'll just put it on.
Just in time for the holiday season.
Yeah.
Nice.
So there we go.
Good, man.
Thank
Good.
you, Gordon. So I
Thank
got
you,
one
Gordon.
for each of you. There you go, Nate.
Thank you.
Chris, you
Thank
got
Gordon.
one too.
Thank
There you go, Kurt. There you go, Jesse. And Chris, come get yours. In
You
the
didn't
break.
get one, bro, Will, for sabotaging us.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. I don't know why you didn't get one.
There you go. All right. So Jesse, what's this theory Nate's talking about?
Okay, so I called Nate last night, but
Oh Lord, how long was that? How long was that phone call?
until he got home and he hung up on me.
Yeah, I got home, but I was with him for 25 minutes. He rode
It
this
was
thing.
like 10 minutes. See how he's exaggerating? About 10, 12 minutes. Anyway,
More
all right.
interesting than the Manning cast, I'm sure.
It was. So I left here yesterday, and there was a point that was made yesterday. And just please bear with me. Oh, right. Just bear with me.
We do every day,
as
Jesse.
I
We do
break
every
this
day.
thing down. And I'm driving, and then it hit me, and it goes back to the comment that Vic Fangio made about teams don't play the Cowboys the right way. And then all of a sudden it became this whole thing about the blueprint. And he didn't say the blueprint. Other people said the blueprint. That they have the blueprint of now how to figure out the Cowboys and, Atlanta, whatever happened. But I got to thinking, and I thought to myself, Self said yes. And it says, maybe Vic Fangio was right.
All right.
Maybe he was right. And I understand what he meant when he said teams don't play the Cowboys right. Now, here's why I say that. When you look at divisions all across AFC, NFC, West, East, North, South, all that kind of good stuff, teams within the division build their franchise, GMs, front office people, coaches, to what? Win your
Division.
Mm-hmm. That's where you start. The Cowboys built their team to win their division because that automatically puts you in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Denver builds their team to do what? Win their division.
Yeah.
AFC West.
The AFC West.
And every team in the AFC West has played the Cowboys really tough.
What exactly?
On defense.
Exactly. So
They're built different.
Denver said, Fangio said, we have to build our team to stop what has become the standard of offense in the National Football League, the Kansas City Chiefs.
So now that whole division's built like that to stop the Chiefs.
The whole division is now built their offense and defense and everything that they do to stop the standard of what offense is in the National Football League, to either stop or compete with the standard. Last 3 years, the Chiefs have been in the Super Bowl. right?
Right.
So they're the standard. They are what you are looking to be. So they built their team, Denver, to stop the Chiefs. The Cowboys have an offense when it comes to players very similar to what the Chiefs have. Go back and look at the teams that the Cowboys have had, quote unquote, trouble with this year. Take out Tampa Bay because they were the defending Super Bowl champions. The Chargers. Right?
Held them to what, 19?
Say whatever you want. There was 2 touchdowns called back that could have been scores in that Chargers game. The outcome could have been different.
Broncos.
I don't want to see the Chargers again on the neutral site at any point in time of the season. Right? I wouldn't want to see them again right now.
Not with the way Justin Herbert played this week. Definitely not.
Then you have
Broncos.
the Broncos. We saw what that outcome was. But even go back to the New England Patriots. New England Patriots are built to win the AFC, which means what? I still have to go through Kansas City. They gave the Cowboys trouble defensively. Now, the Cowboys eventually went to overtime and won that football game, but it wasn't an easy task. Now, again, Mac Jones is playing way better now than he did when we played them 4 or 5 weeks ago. Now you come to the Kansas City Chiefs. They lined up. They were physical. They manned up on you. And Chris Jones just literally went down the line. Remember that Dez thing at training camp? Remember where Dez was like, you can't guard me. You can't. That's what Chris Jones said. Chris Jones said, oh, Zach Martin, you can't guard me. Leo Collins, you can't guard me. Tyler Biadasz, you can't guard me. You can't guard. And he just went up and down our offensive line and whooped up on him. Which brings me to, tied all together,
Las Vegas this week.
Las Vegas
Guess what division
Raiders.
they play in conference?
They play in the AFC West.
Which everyone's giving you problems. 2 of them have beat you.
So,
one could have.
Vic wasn't saying that he had the blueprint.
He got the staff.
Vic was saying, we know what the standard is, and I built my team to defeat what the standard is in the National Football League. And it just was so profound to me. I said, he's right. He's absolutely right. That's why he went and got Patrick Surtain, because he know I need to be able to I need to have man-to-man corners. I need to be able to go up and shut some jokers down because I got to go play the Chiefs twice a year, every single year. And so when you look at that and where the Cowboys are built, no, you don't have the blueprint.
You got the personnel.
I have the personnel. I have the style. I know what I have to face twice a year, every single year within my division with the Chiefs, with the Vegas Raiders, with the San Diego Chargers. So when you play the Cowboys, they look very similar to those teams. So Vic said, hey, y'all just playing them wrong. I'm building to beat the standard, which is the Kansas City Chiefs. And it just so happened that when the Cowboys came to town, we were ready for you. So when he says that, just know he wasn't saying I have the blueprint. He was saying that I built my team for the standard.
Pains me to say it, but I agree with Jesse.
So that's just my take.
I think there's something to that. What do you think, Nate?
You know, and I've heard it twice. So, you know, I'm with you.
From the same person?
I mean, last night I pulled over. I was getting gas. Got my gas. He talked through that 5 minutes. Then I pulled over at the front of the little store. He talked that 5 minutes. I said, man, I'm going to go home. Then I went home. And
this is not a one-sided conversation, guys. Nate talked too.
So wait a minute. So you out-Nated Nate?
No.
Nate got his in.
No, I got mine in. Because I'm telling you something, brother. One thing I'm gonna stick to, and I, even though I got us winning, going 17-0, and we're not there. The Cowboys are a good team, and I'm sticking. They just are good. We're nothing special. Let's just see. We got 7 more games to show that we can be special. Along the way, we'll pick up some more players, and we'll have an opportunity to be something special by the end of the game. And anyway, we had Computer on right quick like. We had Computer on yesterday, which he was – Jesse, you and him wouldn't have got along because he didn't let us – he carried the whole segment, right?
He talked for about 8 minutes straight.
He did a better job on Chris Jones than any of our offensive linemen.
He did.
He crushed Chris Jones.
He knows him and he sees him what did he say? He sees him in Sam's Club.
Yeah.
During the off season.
And he said he talking about Then he brought up the red dirt of the South. You know how it heals you and makes you tougher. So he just went on and on.
Chris Jones was raised on that red dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was pretty good. If you get a chance, man, listen to him.
That was my
Yeah, well, I wanted to follow up with because the question I saw you retweeted on Twitter, what the guy was asking you, is they're concerned because they haven't matched the intensity level of those two games, Denver and Kansas City. But is that a product of the Denver's personnel, or is that a product of, for whatever reason, the Cowboys didn't match the physical force?
See, and like that is a great question. And I'm gonna say this right here. Yesterday when we was watching the film, the only guy I was watching on our defense was who?
number 11.
You need a few more of those. Sometimes you just don't have what it takes. And it's no knock on what the players are trying to do because they're trying to reach that level of intensity. But sometimes you have to have the ability and the talent to reach that across the board, player for player. Because I was looking at the thing, I'm like, Jaron Reed can ball. He plays for them. The 24, the kid they got, Ingram, he can ball. Mm-hmm. They got players, but they have not schemed. They've just been playing. My player on your player. Okay, can you get up to another level? You also have to have the talent to go to another level. That's why they have first team, all-pro, second team, third team, Pro Bowler. They got a few Pro Bowlers over there on that defense. Now Hitchens is a middle-of-the-road guy that has the benefit of playing with a Jones, playing with an Ingram, playing with Frank Clark. Yeah, so he can raise this game up. He can't get to them on a week-in, week-out basis, but he can get it up there. So when you play a Dallas Cowboys, or your coaching staff has put in, hey, we ain't showed this yet. Let's show them this. Let's show them that.
Can this offense, because I kind of feel like the defense held their own, obviously, can this offense match up and play that force, bring that physicality against the Raiders?
We have to have Tyron Smith back. Yeah. We have to have him back, and with his technique and his ability to play, we have to have him back. You have always heard me say it's nice when you got two studs, and especially one on the right side, one on the left side at either position. We have to have those guys back. We have to have our right guard, and we have to have our left tackle, and now that can raise that group up. Honey Badger raises that group up. Chris Jones, regardless of what computer says, raises that group up. Jaron Reed can get there. Believe me, he's been there before. He can get Ingram, played for the Steelers who got traded. He can get there. So when it becomes that one game, and Jesse, you know what I'm talking about. When you have that one game, which is what the playoff is, do you have enough of them dogs to be at the end of the chain, or are they going to get tired and be over there panting in the middle of the chain? I'm serious.
And that's what was the disappointing part about the Kansas City Chiefs games. Yeah, there were some good spots in there, but I just felt like the Kansas City Chiefs looked at the Cowboys as a big game. Mm-hmm. And the Cowboys looked at the Chiefs as just another game. And the intensity wasn't there.
Right.
Like, I tweeted the clip yesterday or so, and it was that moment in time of the game where a fan he has the camera, and the Chiefs are on the field while the Cowboys are in the huddle, the defense, and they're dancing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Then they flash to the sideline, and it's like 10 more of them over there dancing. And it was just that you don't trust and believe me. You don't do that unless you're a confident bunch.
That's right.
You don't do that unless you feel like we got them.
Oh, that was at the end of the game. That was it was 4 minutes in the fourth.
But they're
quarter.
only up 10 with like
4 minutes
on the 50. I mean,
the Cowboys were on the 50. It was 4 minutes left. You're only down 10 points.
Yeah, they knew.
But
they knew.
But my thing is that there was a level of the Chiefs said, you know what, this is a big game. Mm-hmm. This is a big game, and they came out and played it that way from start to finish. And the Cowboys didn't match it. And so when you look at that type of intensity as we're getting to – you could go back to the beginning of the year and even the Tampa game, right? and some of the other games at the beginning of the year. Like, to me, that's still trying to figure out who you are as a team. Tampa was trying to figure out who they were. The Cowboys trying to figure out you were the team. As we get closer and closer and closer to Christmas and sniffing that playoff kind of door, you're going to start seeing exactly who teams are. And you ain't bringing no more players in, really. You ain't changing up so much more schemes. You'll get some guys back healthy, but you're going to start seeing who are you?
Yeah.
Well, what are we? And November has always been a tough month for the Cowboys. And when you look at where we're at, if we just looked at a snapshot of November, this is a very confusing football team. Because you have the debacle against Denver. Then you have the blowout against Atlanta. And then you have the letdown against Kansas City. So where are we as a football team? And this game is going to be so crucial and so important that you're going to have to show up and play, because you're going to have to beat the Vegas Raiders. Beat them.
It sounds so weird.
You're going to have to beat them. And if you don't, if you come out lackadaisical and you come out just, ho-hum and this is going to be another game, you're going to find yourself dealing with another AFC opponent
in a dogfight.
But
the thing is, right quick, like at the end of the game, at the end of the week, at the end of the year, you're going to have to look back and say, this was the game. And that's what I've been waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on. What game is they going to say, this was the game that the Cowboys galvanized themselves? And this is the run they went on. Because the league is so wishy-washy. 1 week you win by 20, the next week you barely win, and the next week you get blew out by 20. So, but what game are we going to look back on this season, which we won't know yet, because we got 2 more tests.
All right. We'll be right back. First break. We'll take some calls after this. The People Show. Hanging with the boys.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
How great would it be to travel to watch the Cowboys win on another team's turf? Pretty great. But honestly, just watching the game from anywhere but your house would be fun. Even a hotel bar with some guy named Phil from St. Louis who thinks Oakland still has a team. So whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com. Proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, Cowboy fans, if you're thinking about attending a game this season, visit CowboysTravel.com to book your travel package today. Stay at the team hotel, have dinner with a Cowboys legend, and experience the best sports venue in the world, AT&T Stadium. Also, tour the Star, get autographs from your favorite players, and talk X's and O's with me, Mickey Spagnola. The official travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys will take care of all your travel needs. Visit CowboysTravel.com to book your package today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Celebrate Christmas at the Star with Cowboys Christmas Extravaganza, powered by Reliant. The 20-minute show electrifies the Star in Frisco with a powerful mix of game day excitement and Christmas cheer every Friday and Saturday at 6 p.m. through December 18th. Admission and parking are free. For more info, visit thestardistrict.com. Who are you guys rooting for last night? I couldn't figure out. I think I wanted the Giants to actually win last night.
Nope.
Who did y'all want to win?
I didn't care, I guess.
You should care. They're both in the NFC. You might have to be fighting for the division with one the way this
I
week
guess
went.
You want your division to lose.
Yeah, I wanted the Giants to lose.
Did you?
Yeah,
just to seal up the division.
I never liked the hire of Joe Judge. I thought that was a super duper reach. Like, he should have never been a head coach. Like, he did nothing in this league to deserve a head coaching job. Nothing.
But you didn't want Tampa Bay to lose in case it comes down to seeding and home field advantage in the playoffs?
It doesn't matter.
What about you, Nate? Did you care?
Hey, man, I need whatever's going to help the Cowboys. Yeah. And at the end of the day, Tampa losing was going to help the Cowboys because
it wasn't.
If what you said,
Stop.
This is what Jesse's been preaching. Y'all tell me if I'm wrong.
Stop.
This is not about the division.
It's not. It's all about the playoffs.
It's all about the playoffs.
And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Home, a road, parking lot, Walmart.
You think
you don't want to go see Tom Brady? I don't care.
And that's what I'm saying. So we need for them to lose. And we need for them to lose back to back to back to handily. If you believe in what you're saying.
Let them stay up there. We'll meet them down the line. If they lose and we go up top, we're going to mess around and run into them early.
That's what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to run into the other cat. I don't want the Green Bay cat. Because he's going to be done took enough.
Ain't none of them going to be easy.
Yeah. He's going to be done took enough beatings from the media and the fans. He's going to be upset. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I'm going to go with you, man. However this thing fall, but I wanted him to lose last night.
I was looking at.
So when I saw the fat guys in there because he caught the touchdown, like, quit doing that. You just infuriate Tom. Don't do that.
I was looking at the Eagles' schedule earlier.
Easy.
Their next two games are at the Giants and at the Jets. I mean, they could be 7-6 here pretty quick.
Sneaking up.
How is it always?
It ain't ever easy, Nate.
No, but what I'm saying is
ever easy.
Somehow, some way, this GM finds decent coaches and that fits them. You know what I'm saying? And they find a way to start winning. Then they'll blow up somehow, somewhere in 2 years. But for the next 2 years, we're going to be like, the Eagles don't know who they are. And all of a sudden, but the Eagles are 10-0.
All right, let's take our first call. Chris, who we got?
We've got Casey in Dallas.
Casey.
We would have a KC in Dallas.
Shannon, I was nervous there for a second.
Wow.
When Chris put me on hold and Jesse Hawley, the Clorox conquistador himself, took that deep breath and said, "Everybody bear with me for a minute." I knew, man, they ain't going to get to my call. You have to extend this.
You got 30 seconds, bro. You wasted a lot of your time calling me the conquistador.
Yeah.
So you got 10 seconds.
Hey, can we talk about 11 real quick? Can we put to bed this defensive end versus linebacker thing? I think him being able to come from all directions just is a matchup nightmare. It limits what you do from packages as well. I really love the idea of them not knowing where that guy's coming from. I just want to hear you guys talk about it. Shannon, it was good to see you. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, bye.
Chris, I think you gave him more than 30 seconds.
You did.
I think you broke the rule, the cardinal rule.
You started off wrong.
What'd you do, Chris?
I did nothing. I'm sorry.
I'm with you, Chris. I'm with you, Chris. That was a good move on that one. That was a good move because he called you some type of what did he call
Clorox conquistador.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Is that an insult or is that a compliment?
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Cleaning guy? I don't know.
I don't know.
What you don't know is Nate has the button. He's the one who cuts people off.
Nah. I've been on the other side this year.
Nice meeting you in KC.
No,
Casey,
I think
KC in Dallas? Wow, that's an insult.
His name could be Casey.
Oh, okay.
It's not Casey.
Casey.
Yeah,
okay.
Casey.
I'm like, no, we just took a beat.
No, he's absolutely to me. I know people are saying he has 8 sacks and put him up there. I do. I said this yesterday. When you get in the playoffs, things change, and if you're going to line him up at defensive end, you're going to lose him. You're going to lose him because they're going to just say, okay, we know where 11 is at. We know what 11 brings, so we're going to double him. We're going to slide our protection over to that way. We're going to put a tight end over there on them. We're going to line up, back over there on that side, and we're going to eliminate 11. But when you leave him at linebacker, you can do so many different things with him. Move him around, blitz him, drop him into coverage. He's an excellent tackler. He's an excellent blitzer. So I think the versatility at him at linebacker is far greater and more helpful to this defense than it is to just line him up. And then by the time we get to the playoffs,
thank you.
You'll have the two other guys back. You'll have Randy Gregory and Tank Lawrence back. So if you're lining him up, and there's first of all, if you get Tank back, and you're paying him $20 million, ain't no way in hell he should be splitting reps with 11. He better, and he been out for 10 weeks, 12 weeks. He better be ready to go and revved up and go play all the reps he can. And those two guys playing, you should put Micah back at linebacker and let him there.
Is that kind of like where offense? You're saying you need Martin on one end and Tyron on the other. Do you need Parsons? You got to have one of those defensive ends there to really.
We just need
shine.
One of them.
That's what I'm saying. You need Parsons and one of those guys to really make the defense click.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I think it's going to be interesting because when you get a healthy Randy back and you get a healthy D-Law back and then you have Micah that's shown what he can do, I think that gives you the opportunity to be like Kellen's creative on offense because you got all these tools and weapons. Like, how creative can you get on defense? Like, do you move these guys around? Do you, like, because, I mean, you've said, Nate, on this show, one of the biggest things about Micah is when you move him, you don't know where he's coming from, and then you have to adjust, and he dictates the offense, right? Like you said, you got to double him, you got to do this.
Right.
Doesn't that give you the opportunity to create new packages?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I'm going to be pretty pumped. Then you get Neville back, which he's a rotational guy, I guess, with Osa now. So, but I mean, I think it's going to be interesting. So, okay, well, good.
Good job.
Glad y'all had feedback on that one.
Yeah.
All right, cool. My feedback. All right, Chris, we got anybody else?
Yes, we do. We got Mike in Iowa.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, how's it going? Jesse, I'll make it real quick to you. I was listening to Mick Shots, to Emerson Walls, what he was saying, and he was saying the Cowboys were playing too deep. So when they were playing too deep, that's when Mahomes started throwing slant passes to Hill. He says if they would have played up more, it would give Mahomes more time to throw the ball, and it just gives them in between when they're throwing passes, free release, spaces in between. But that's something you need to check out on the end of Mick Shots with Emerson Walls.
Oh.
You know what? I don't want to.
I think he screwed up when he said Mick Shots.
You lost me. I'm not listening to
let me say something.
But I do listen to Everson Walls, my guy. Cubby, what up?
I love Everson. And Everson, everybody ain't you, bro. All right? So you asking these dudes to come up on number 10 and number 17.
Number 13.
And number 13. And you would have the score was only what, 19 to 9. If them boys would have came up and pressed, you tell Emerson, we call him Everson, but you tell Emerson, this game would have been like 29 to nothing. Thank you. You don't press up on these dudes. I mean, now, if he was just talking about situation of football and you want to take a chance here and there, but that is what the rest of the league has done. It's taken away everything and come up and make sure you tackle. We had to answer offensively, and that was our problem. Not how the defense played.
Right.
We didn't answer this thing offensively. And so, I knew Jesse wasn't going to say much on Mick Shot, so I decided to step up.
Thank you.
You agree, Shannon, or you going to play with your phone?
I'm trying to get to the next caller.
Chris, we have another caller, Chris?
We do.
Distracted.
Shannon's over there looking at.
We do have another caller. We got Steve in Mississippi.
What's up, Steve?
Crooked letter.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, really love the show. First time, long time here. Got a question for the panel. In terms of the organization and how they've really, I think a lot of credit goes to this defense this year and what kind of personnel they built on that side of the ball. But my question is, who deserves that credit? Is it somebody like Will McClay or is it Mike McCarthy in terms of, I know I've been a victim of the past of saying, we need to go get that big player. We need to go get that free agent. But we haven't done that. We really done it through the draft, and I just think the organization deserves a lot of credit. I was just going to get your thoughts on who deserves that kind of credit. I'll hang up, listen, appreciate it, enjoy the show. Take care, guys.
Thanks,
All
man.
right,
Good call. I think it's everybody. I think it's a little bit of everybody. I think Will's done a great job.
Together.
Steven, Jerry's done a great job. And everybody thinks this is a dictatorship, and it's Jerry and Steven. And, man, they collaborate a lot. Even the head coach, it's just a combination of everybody. What do you guys think?
Adding to the football gods helped them as well. I know they wanted, J.C. Horn or Patrick Surtain, but those guys were taken, and nobody, if you have anybody on earth that says they knew that Micah Parsons was going to be this good.
That's the same person that told you they knew Dak was going to be this good.
They're a liar.
Yeah.
They are a liar. And when they figured out that he was going to be as good as he's been, that opened up so many more options. And you just had players step up. You had a second-year guy in Trayvon Diggs, come out and really play some solid football early in the year. You got Micah Parsons, who's just been Mr. Everything. And, credit to Dan Quinn for being able to see, and that's the thing about coaching, is being able to see the talent and then understanding and knowing how to put that talent in the proper place to be successful. And I think that's one of the things that Dan Quinn has done with this defense, bringing in a Keanu Neal, bringing in a Jaron Kearse and a KZ and all these other guys, being able to put those guys in the perfect position for them to be successful.
I laugh because Mr. Neal, number 42, I know you like that wheel position, but when them big boys get on you, it hurts, though. I saw a couple times he got on number 42. He got up and just like, he's doing his job now. He's doing his job, but I'm telling you, to every now and then come up and you're a safety and you just, okay, this big dude, I'm gonna take his legs from up under this. But now you got to stand up and maintain your gap. Integrity, that's another thing, boy, when them ham hocks land on you, bro.
All right, let's take our last break. When we come back, Nate did such a good job at this last week of telling us who to watch on defense.
He's like 2 for 2.
He's 2 for 2.
Well, you're going to be right on this, too, because we got the same two guys.
He's really good at this. So figure out who you should be watching on Thanksgiving Day when we come back, and find out what our schedule is the rest of this week as well. When we come back, The People Show, the #1 searched podcast on YouTube on the Dallas Cowboys Network. Hanging with the boys. We'll be right back.
Brace yourself for an existential question. Has your butt been having enough fun lately? Have you been treating it well? Has it been going places? If not, then it's about time you start using SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the best way to get your butt tickets to live events. Just ask the thousands of other butts who have rated it the #1 ticketing app. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now or visit SeatGeek.com to get tickets to sports, concerts, and live events and make your butt happy. SeatGeek. Get your seat in a seat.
It's game day. You know what that means. First, kebab prep. Steak, pepper, onion, steak, pepper, onion. Next, a counterclockwise lap around the room. Now the lucky grease-stained jersey goes on. And lastly, the dance. You know the one. This is a game day ritual no matter where you are. Whether you're traveling to the game or watching from your favorite vacation spot, book a place to stay on Hotels.com and keep the tradition alive and well. Hotels.com, proud partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. For turning your living room into your office and your gym. For teaching grandma how to video call and teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
This holiday season, which is now, visit the Star to get your photo with Santa, presented by Monument Realty. Santa Claus will be at his Cowboys-themed cottage in the Star District across from Ascension on the Star Boulevard from November the 26th through December the 24th. For more information and to book your, what'd you say?
Go ahead on and read. I just want to see can I interrupt you.
What'd you
failed.
say?
You failed for
Book
it, man.
your photo. Visit thestardistrict.com/Santa. What'd you say?
Can we do that one more
Shannon
time?
Shannon has a squirrel brain. If you don't let him finish that, if you say anything interrupt, he's gone.
But I was trying to figure out what I didn't hear what you said. If I'd heard what you said, I would have stopped. I'd have powered through it. What'd you say? Big head?
Nothing, man.
Did you say big head?
I didn't say nothing.
Okay. I've been so
Yeah,
distracted.
I can't even think of the movie now. I can't think of the movie now where Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone, he froze him back in the day. They both of them got froze.
Oh yeah.
And
remember that.
and the dude was reading and he just said
Judge Dredd?
Yeah. No, it ain't Judge Dredd. That's another one. But go ahead on and finish the show, man.
So the show this week, no show Thursday or Friday. We have a show tomorrow night. We have Kenny Gant on the show tomorrow.
Okay.
The Shark. So
Did you have somebody last night?
we did not have a show last night because of the short week. So we will have C.J. Goodwin on Monday.
No show Thursday.
Demolition Man.
Demolition, that's the name of the movie. Yeah.
Demolition Man. That's what I'm talking about. You know, when they unfroze Wesley, and the dude was talking to me.
I don't think I ever saw that. I don't think I saw that.
Yeah.
Let's get to these callers.
Yeah, let's get back to the callers. What was there? Oh, and then we'll get Nate to who we should watch on defense. Who we got on the phone though, Chris?
We got Rich in Jersey.
What's up, Rich?
Hey, fellas.
Fix
how you
it,
doing?
Rich.
Fix it.
Fix that, Rich.
I'm a Cowboys fan in Central Jersey. To the north of me, I have Giants, and to the south of me, I have the Eagles. Am I? Oh. So I'm surrounded by the enemy. Anyway, when I put on the radio, all they talk about, even when they're not playing the Cowboys, is the Cowboys are the greatest front runners of all time, and once you punch them in the face, they always wilt, and it's driving me crazy, especially the last 2 out of the 3 weeks. And I'm just waiting for my team to come at them, and I don't know if that's ever going to happen. It's been a long time.
Wow.
I think just stay patient, man, and let's see what these fresh bodies in the next 3 weeks. Because if you ain't back in the next 3 or 4 weeks, I'm talking about all the fresh bodies.
Who are we going to get back?
Two defensive ends, man.
In 3 weeks? I mean,
2 defensive ends.
We don't know timetable for either one of them right now.
I think you get D-Law back either New Orleans or the week after.
Now, they said 3 weeks for the young Gregory. Okay,
Well,
this is going into the second week.
IR. So IR is
3 weeks.
minimum of 3
Minimum
weeks.
3 weeks.
That don't mean he's gonna be ready in 3
But I'm
weeks.
saying from this point, 3 weeks, we'll be into the 12th game. If they ain't back then, man, come on now. I'm gonna be with the fan. Then I'm gonna be like, come on now. Come on, bro. You got Lord.
The Cowboys this year have taken this big picture approach when it comes to injuries. You've seen that all through the year. They haven't been pressed, and for the most part, it's because you've had a substantial lead in the division.
Yeah, you've had success early.
You've had success
so you've been able to
early.
do it.
So across the board, they've been very, very patient with all of these injuries. And my only concern with that is when you do get these guys back, how much time will it take for it to gel, for it to get in game shape, to get into that rhythm of being able to get your swagger back? Will it? I mean, because if you don't get Randy back until a couple games left in the season, is that enough time to get ready for the playoffs? I don't know. Tank, you keep hearing soon, but we don't know when.
He was on the trip this week.
Okay.
He was on the plane, so.
Yeah, everybody want to go to KC.
Everybody wanted to go to KC. Hell, we wanted to go to KC. Could have put us on the plane. We
He was
went
on
too.
the plane. Neville was on the plane, so.
Let me say this right here, man. You got the Raiders, you got the Saints, you got Washington, you got New York. Don't none of them scare you, but it'd be good time for these guys to come back by that Washington game. That'll give you the Giants. That'll give you Washington again within 3 weeks, and then that'll give you the Cardinals and the Eagles. It'll be nice tuning up on the Cardinals. It'll be nice to be back, but getting ready for the Cardinals because whether Chris Beam like him or not, they still playing well.
What about Zeke? He's so banged up. You need to rest him a little?
Can you?
Yeah.
Can you rest him?
If you take care of the Raiders,
you know what?
And you
Hell,
take
you
care
ain't
of the
running them
Saints,
anyway.
I was
You ain't running the football anyway.
16 carries the other day.
Might as well rest him. You're resting him in pads, so you might as well rest him out outside the pass and let him, and that's one thing that we haven't talked about much. And Zeke is one of these guys who's going to try to be a warrior and push his way through. Zeke's hurt.
Yeah,
he's hurt. Before he even got rolled up on the ankle or knee, whatever happened in the game last week, that man's banged up. You can see it. He doesn't have the explosiveness. He doesn't have, any of that. He is dealing with some some injuries that is lower body injuries at that is affecting his ability to be productive in football games, making guys miss, breaking tackles, finishing runs. You know, before one guy couldn't bring Zeke down. Now one guy's are just tipping his ankles and he's falling down. He's dealing with something far greater than what he's leading.
Yeah, the biggest injury of all is a Tyron.
Yeah,
that is.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's the biggest injury of it all, man.
I'm not sure how they fixed that with. I maybe we don't talk about it now, but I still question whether McGovern should have played that game. Not because that is the biggest game of the year and one of the toughest stadiums of the year, and you're putting two inexperienced guys there on that left side.
Man, I saw some pass rushes, dog.
Was that a bad decision?
No.
To make that change?
No. Why wouldn't you do it?
No,
why not do it at home against Atlanta?
Because they pick it. I'm with you. That'd have been a great game. But now he cannot beat the 4-game curse. This kid, Connor Williams, could be better than this guy. But now the refs like, I'm gonna get graded high on this guy, and they just wait for it. As soon as his hands pop outside, they hit him.
Yeah, but would you rather have? And I can't grade
30 yards of penalties.
Would you rather have 2 penalties or the nose tackle in your face, quarterback's face, half the game?
That
right there. It didn't matter this game because it didn't matter which side he lined up on because he was in their face. It didn't matter. I mean, and
I'll say this: I know that Connor McGovern might have not played well, but just imagine if Connor Williams had to deal with 95 against Kansas City. He already lightened the butt, and again, I don't want to sound like I'm slurping Chris Jones, but Chris Jones walked up and down that line of scrimmage, and we all think highly of Zach Martin.
Yeah,
he whooped him. We all think very highly.
He whooped him once or twice. I mean,
that's all it takes.
Yeah, but
Lyle Collins, he left him looking like he was like, which way did he go?
See,
and these are our best.
If he played 45 plays, see, it's one thing to say I can defend Connor Williams. He do 70 plays great and maybe 2 bad. But when you have 45 plays and 10 of them bad, I don't care what you do. That ain't good for your offensive line.
And then 3 out of the bad is you bad play on top of a penalty on top of that?
Yeah, you can't.
So I don't know.
See, what they trying to do is they trying to save Connor Williams because they trying to get that ref off of him. You have to go 4 games, literally. When you had in a bad streak like that, you literally have to go 4 games for a ref not to see you hold.
To get the tape off?
Thank you. But you can't go 4 games and you hold every game. You hold every game. And I know the Jets don't want to hear it, but I turn to tell Mickey the same thing. I tell Doug, Burklow the same thing. Hey, man, they're going to have to save this kid from himself. He's not going to go to them and say, hey, man, I don't need to start this game.
Right.
But you got to save this kid because you can't, because now refs will be like the last game he played, the kid got 1 holding. He came out and blocked the linebacker, knocked him back, stymied him. And instead of him just realizing, okay, I done stymied this guy, he could have just let him go.
Grabbed him.
Just for a split second. And like the ref's like, I'm following him this play. And they hit him with a shabby holding, man.
All right, real quick, because Chris has one more call before we get to that. Who should we watch on the Raiders' defense this week?
It was Max Crosby. He's motor, man. His motor is Jesse will tell you, his motor is crazy. And then the guy, let me see this right here.
Yannick Ngakoue.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for helping Nate out.
I know. I got my boy. I got you. I know.
I was practicing.
Yannick in
number 91.
Ngakoue. Yeah.
Number 91 and number 95, if I got that right, or 91
and 98.
98. Okay. They can wreck the game. But I don't want to say this because I could be wrong. They're not no Chris Jones. They don't scare me that way. But Crosby scares me that way because he does not stop. He does not. He will run all over the place, man. He does not stop.
Again, when you look at this front, Yannick, Hankins, Jefferson, Crosby, this front is built to go get the quarterback in a 4-man rush.
Thank you.
This is what this is built for. This is the AFC West formula. I got to go get the quarterback. KJ Wright has been a linebacker in this league for a long time. Good linebacker. Now, if you watch the game from last week, the Bengals just said, we're going to run on you. Now, hopefully, if there's a blueprint, we look at that and we say, you know what, let's try to establish the run like Cincinnati did. But they want to be able to, with Casey Hayward and Mooring and those guys, and just be able to step up and play solid up front, play our corners outside, create pressure, be physical. Part of the reason, like they've had this flip-flop all year long. Their offensive play really well, the defensive play so-so. Defensive play really well, the offensive play, very few games they've had complete. I think right after the coach got fired, they had like a complete game or two, right? After the situation with, then, Ruggs had this situation. So they've been dealing with a lot of internal stuff. They had the other cornerback who had the gun on. So they've been dealing with some internal stuff that's kind of got that place. Rich Bisaccia is going to have these guys fired up.
Yeah.
You don't think Rich want to come on back where he was once employed and said, all right, let's screw it to these guys. He knows how important it is for the Cowboys to win on Thanksgiving. He know Jerry wants to win on Thanksgiving. He know what turkey tastes like around here when you win on Thanksgiving, when you don't win on Thanksgiving. And so he would want nothing more than to come here and to just obliterate the Cowboys and make their Thanksgiving hell.
Chris, do we have time for a call or no?
I guess we'll take one. It's Sebastian in Dallas.
Real fast.
He says he's original.
Yo, what's up? I'm one of the original 9 listeners. Shannon, y'all got popular, boy. Y'all got real popular. Just I'm going to get to you last. So I'm going to talk fast so y'all can get everything out of the way. We're still in that transitional phase where we're learning to be a better team. And I'm liking what I'm seeing so far this season. Freaky Mike is doing everything to win these games. But I came to talk to my boys because it's hanging with the boys. Yo, when I fell in love with this show is right before Jesse joined and Kurt was kicking Cancer's ass and you guys all cut your hair for Kurt. I'm going to love y'all forever for that. Yeah. That was the last time I called in, too. Jesse, I'm geeking out right now. I'm Sebastian from Twitter, by the way. I'm the one that
what's up, my guy? What's up, Bassy? What's up, brother?
Listen. I used to play with you on Madden, bro, over Dwayne Harris. That's how much I loved you in that fourth line. I just wanted to call and let you know. That documentary was fantastic, bro.
Thank
when you were on your knees and you were celebrating, I knew that was something different.
Thank you.
This team is different. We're transitioning right now. I'm loving what I'm seeing, and you boys have a fantastic day. Love the show. Keep it up.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Bassy. I appreciate that, man.
That was a good last call, Chris.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting him
I
through.
didn't cut him off.
You can't cut that off, man.
Anytime they start talking about me and my documentary, you don't cut them off, Chris.
That dude off, man. That ain't right.
He's one of the original 9. You can't cut him off. All right, one more show this week.
Let's give a shout out to our homegirl, Shelby. Shell's her birthday's today. Shout out to her. Shout out to Steven. He turns 50 today, so I always call him SS. Steven. No, not that guy. Steven Struthers Jr. He's 50 years old today. Shout out to
big one.
To Shelby. She's turning 25 today. So happy birthday, Shells.
All right, Kurt.
Yes, sir.
Good to have you back. Jesse, good to have you around for the whole show.
Wow,
Nate,
man,
thanks for bringing it.
Wow,
Chris,
man.
thanks for running the board.
Think about my theory, man. I'm telling you that the Vic Fangio theory, man.
I'm with you,
one
man.
One of my good ones, brother.
Chris, thank you for keeping
thanks
for keeping us on the air.
To figure it out now, but he got it.
We will be back tomorrow. Last show of the week, Thanksgiving Eve, on Hanging with the Boys.
Will your mom be on?
Yeah, let's get on tomorrow.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?